So I had a fight with my daughter today, and it made me think of this phrase: "Actions speak louder, words are cheap." There's a similar saying, actually identical saying in Chinese called "言传身教," 言教不如身教. It just means actions speak louder. Education through trying to impart lessons or trying to teach somebody something through words is cheap, especially for parents. You got to teach them through your own actions. So I use an example. It really made me realize the meaning behind it. So my daughter had a big fight with me today, or I had a fight with her. It's a mutual. When I say she had a fight with me, it seemed like she's in the wrong, but actually not. Anyways, so she had this rage in the morning when her mom was trying to get her up so she's not late for school. Her story or her perspective is that she had an alarm clock set for herself, and she had enough set aside enough time for her to prepare to get ready for school. Her mom basically tried to wake her up a few times, and she just wanted to sleeping another 5 to 10 minutes. But every time she falls into sleep a little bit, or whatever the case might be, she heard this bam, 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 like, "Wake up, Kira, get up," from the mom. So she, I guess, got agitated and irritated by that. And she walked out the door and threw a big tantrum. And I got upset after a few minutes her throwing the tantrum, and I just felt like, although you have valid reasons to be upset, the rage, it doesn't call for this level of rage, because anyways, I won't get into that. My main thing was trying to help her to she wanted me to do that in one day. We all can. We cannot do this thing in one day, which is to try to take responsibility in our own hands, right? Say, "I am responsible," because when you say "I am responsible," then there's less room for rage, because you are going to be looking at your own actions, take responsibility. When we blame the fingers at other people, then that's when we get upset, when we get rage. Again, we'll get into details with that, because there's so much we can talk about it. Anyways, getting back to the actions speak louder. So I told her, okay, so moving forward, I think the best plan is to let your mom know, don't wake you up, because you should take your own responsibility. You're 14 now, you should be able to do that. Set your own alarm clock, and if you're late for school, you know how much it hurts, and then you will modify your behavior, your sleep pattern, whatever it might be, to wake up early. And then she said, "Okay, Dad, but how can you make sure you do that? You say you will wake up early at 6 a.m., sleep early, wake up early. You said that a few times, many times. And, you do that for a few weeks, and then it changes back to your sleep late, wake up late kind of pattern, So I was trying to sleep around 10 and get up at 6. My usual pattern is sleep like anywhere between 12 and 1, sometime a little bit later, and get up just enough to take her to school, which is usually about 7:40-ish. But anyway, so she said, "If you can't keep your own promise, how can you keep promise to me? How can you make sure that you're going to do what you say you're going to do?" And that's when I realized actions speak louder. As much as I want to raise responsible kids, simply by preaching them is not as nearly effective as if I just take actions and be a good role model. And that's when I learned today that actions speak louder. So my daughter gave me a lesson.